Hey, welcome to Cow Free Kicks. I've got an absolute gem of a leather-free shoe for you today. It's the Adidas EQT Proto. If you've watched my videos before, you're probably sick of me saying this every time, but if you are new to the video and you've not seen one of my videos before, I always look into 5 different things when I review a pair of sneakers, and at the end of the video I'll give these Adidas Equipment prototype shoes an overall rating out of 5 stars. If you do like what you see, as always, please do take the time to click the little thumbs up like button below on your device, and if you haven't already, also click the little subscribe button too. If you click the little bell that pops up next to it, you'll also get a fresh notification every time a review drops on the channel. Okay, let's kick this review off by checking out these Adidas EQT Protos on feet. So these EQT Proto shoes come in 2 different colorways that have been released recently. This burgundy, black, grey and white, and it also comes in a second blue colorway. There are earlier versions of this shoe knocking around, especially the OG kind of aquamarine grey and white colorway that I also think looks really good. Now these are made in collaboration with Consortium, that are an independent clothing and shoe store, and I just think the collabs they always do together with Adidas are always really good because they kind of make quite subtle, grown-up sneakers. Now, these shoes are based on a prototype that was never released until now, and I just think they're a really nice shoe, different that you find out there at the moment. Now the main selling point for these is the fact that you've got a lacing system that you don't normally find on normal sneakers, and that's because you get this wave detailing on the side here that incorporates the laces in the synthetic suede, and as you move to the inside of the foot, you've got more of that wave detailing with the burgundy kind of A-frame there, and then you get second detailing on the inside here with this black neoprene fabric. All areas that the laces are connected to with that detailing pulls your foot in more, as well as the conventional lacing system that you get in the middle of the shoe to create extra support. Now these are supposed to be a racing sneaker, but to be honest, they're over 30 years old now, so the technology is probably a little bit outdated, but looks wise, I think they make a great everyday lifestyle shoe. You've got some synthetic suede detailing in the toe box just there, and then you've got this nylon mesh that runs through the toe box all the way through the rest of the shoe. You've actually got further detailing on the inside of the shoe as well that runs in a white wave material. You can just see it as the light catches it, and it looks really good when the light actually catches this nylon mesh because it shimmers a little bit and it does show up the matte white fabric underneath. As you move towards the heel, you've got more synthetic suede detailing. You might have noticed already that there's very little Adidas branding on the shoe. You get a bit of branding here with the equipment tab at the bottom of the laces, and at the top of the tongue you've got some Adidas branding on the left shoe, and on the right shoe you get some EQT Consortium branding as well. The only bit of Adidas branding I can see on these is on the midsole that you've got here, this tan midsole with some 3 stripes just heat embedded in there. And as you get to the inside of the foot, you can see them more prominently because they've actually been painted in black. You move to the outsole of the sneaker, you've got an amazing gum racing cutout outsole for these. I love that, with the torsion branding in the middle, which is a stability system to help you when you're running. Now, I just think looks-wise, they look very different to a lot of things out there, and I'm a really big fan of them since I've got them in hand and on feet. Now I want to move on to their comfort, where I want to put this tan midsole to the test on my back doorstep. The EVA midsole on these EQT Protos definitely gives you a firmer ride underfoot, but there is a nice amount of comfort in the heel and the midfoot. You can see from the step test that there was a small amount of bounce back, but they were very responsive and springy, which means you're not going to get a very cloud-like feel because there wasn't much cushion. They just automatically spring back. Now, if you like a firmer ride, that's great, and to be honest, if you don't like a firm ride, you probably forget about that when you think about how comfortable these are on the top of your foot, because it is just like slipping your foot into a sleeping bag. They're so cozy on the upper. You've got a really nice amount of soft foam detailing around the heel, and the tongue itself is lined and really plush and soft. The inside of the shoe, all the fabrics they've used is really soft. Even on the outside of the shoe, you've got this synthetic suede that's soft, the nylon soft. It's just a nice soft feel to the whole sneaker, and that kind of takes away from the fact that they are a bit firmer than I would normally like underfoot. Now, fit-wise, this is rare to say, but these Adidas actually come up a little bit big. Now, I've got a perfect length UK size 10 foot, but my feet are a little bit wider than average. But I had no issues with length and no issues with width at all. This toe box is incredibly comfortable. And if you are wanting a really snug fit, I would probably go even half a size down. Next, I want to move on to their weight, where I'm going to pop them on the scales. Not a bad weight really when you think about it. Above the average that I'd like to see to class them as a lightweight shoe. I'd really class anything at the 350 gram mark and under as a lightweight sneaker. So these are probably average in weight. But I don't think that's going to impact you too much, because I can't really see many people wearing this sneaker as a performance shoe. For me, it's got lifestyle written all over it. It's a day-to-day beater for me, to be honest. I just think with the amount of overlays you've got on top, and the fact that this midsole doesn't really perform like you'd want from a performance shoe, then I'll definitely say that the weight really isn't too much of an issue for me. Now I want to move on to their breathability, where I'm going to pump this upper full of smoke to see how breathable they are. Excellent result in the breathability test. The smoke flew out, and in large amounts as well. This shoe is incredibly breathable. Now you can see the areas here that are exposed with this nylon mesh that runs through the toe box, and also in between this synthetic suede wave detailing. It's going to expose a lot of your shoe and foot to breathability. But also, these waves here are not fully connected. You can see there, I can get my finger right through that part there, which means that as they're not stitched onto the top all over, there's further room for breathability there, because it's not going to be strapped down onto your foot, and it's going to let more air move around, which is a really good result for this shoe in the breathability stakes. Now I want to move on to their price. Now these cost me exactly £100, and I think, to be honest, that's a really fair price, and you don't see many shoes around at the moment that are pretty much on the £100 mark. It's either a little bit more expensive than that or a little bit cheaper. I just think it's a really fair price all round. Now that's going to move me on to my overall score for this shoe, and I'm going to give them a very, very strong 4.5 stars. I can't give them the full 5, to be honest, just because they ride too firm for me underfoot. I'd want to see more comfort, but if you do like a firmer ride, then this shoe is definitely for you. But for me, I'd just like to see a little bit more comfort and give from this midsole. But in every other department, I thought they scored incredibly well, and they've definitely grown on me. Even throughout the making of this video and just talking about them, I've just realised how much I like this shoe and how much I like the subtlety of it, and the fact that it's not brand all over it. I just think it's a really nice shoe, and it's definitely going to be a sleeper out there. So if you don't want to buy them at £100, I'm pretty sure you'll be able to get away with sneaking these in the sale sometime soon. If you like what you've seen today, please do not forget to give this video a little thumbs up like by clicking the button below. You can also follow me on Instagram. Hope to see you again soon. Bye.